3, 2, 1. Hey, happy Friday. We are back live with Milosj of Mad Specials. He's going to do some live printing for us today. Pretty excited about it. We have Phil.
Hey, hi.
A salesperson in the Europe area. And we're just going to hand it over because, like always with Milosj, we're not quite sure what he's going to show us. We just trust him. Thank you, Milosj. Take it away.
Okay, welcome to Mad Specials once again for some fun-filled adventure with inks. Today we're going to print a clear high density mixed with a phosphorescent blue ink, and we're going to top it off with foil. So this should be fun.
Awesome.
Let's get started. I already put on the shirt. Let me tell you something about the screen first. It's a 43 European mesh count. I don't know what that would be in America, but it's a 43.
110.
I put some not really capillary film. I coated this screen like 20 times. So I got a nice high build. It's about, I say, 300 to 400 microns. This should be enough for this trick.
Well, that coating that's a specialized emulsion. Usually, you use Chronoline. There's Ulano or Kiwo. You go to them. They have a thicker emulsion you can use to create thick films.
That's right, but I haven't been able to find that over here in Holland yet. I know about the Kiwo thick film. I'm anxious to try it, but I can't get my hands on it, so I just work whatever I got in my shop.
So you're creating that with everyday
normal emulsion,
Chronoline blue.
Yeah,
nice.
I make. I coated it like maybe 10 times on the outside, using a tape on the sides to get a quicker high build.
Nice, that's a good technique.
What was the drying time, Milosj? Because it's important.
Well, this all depends on the humidity and the airflow in your drying cabinet.
Exactly.
I just made my own drying cabinet. I can show you. It's right over here. So a do-it-yourself little project. I've got the dryer, a heat unit in the bottom, and I got an air vent that pulls the air out of the cabinet. So I got heat, and I got the
dehumidifier vent.
Yes, no, it just pulls out all the humid stuff. So that's it. You can do everything yourself. It doesn't have to be real difficult. So this is the ink. It's a bit runny, but we're gonna try it every time anyway, because we'll see what happens.
Let's go. HD Clear 2.
HD Clear 2 with phosphorescent blue.
Nice.
I love glow in the dark inks.
Well, we've noticed.
So again, fill that screen with ink.
And print lightning. You're just cutting the ink off.
Yep.
Wow.
Looks great.
Yep.
Good.
And I would say in this kind of technique, it's 80% screen. The rest is technique. You get a good screen, that's your only shot. If you have a bad screen, you'll never be able to achieve what you're doing right there.
Make sure it's dry. I hope we can get some texture now because yeah, the ink is quite fluid. It's dry. Yep.
Right.
Let's hit that once again. Build it up a little bit.
Oh, beautiful.
It's also
Try it
possible
again.
to keep that as a base and then print colours over the top of that as well. Flat colours, and that way you can get,
Yeah.
a build of different colours, yeah. So you get a nice
I
smooth
did-
curve, you can drop the other colours on top. If you
I did that on the shirt I'm wearing. It's a phosphorescent blue with black on top.
Ah.
It's somewhere on my Instagram page, but it's friggin' awesome.
Well,
So that's
we've used that technique too before where we do a print flash print of the HD clear. And sometimes we have some of the sharp clear mixed in it, make it nice and flat. And you can get like a 305 mesh, or that which would be a 120 over there, and print it very lightly and put super high detail on top of it because you're actually printing a very flat surface.
Yeah, exactly.
So now you're gonna.
So now we're making a mess. See what happens. No, it's not good yet.
Ah,
It touches the.
Oh wow!
So now we have
technique. So you go from super smooth to that technique right there.
we have to be
you've just
very
did the
quickly.
opposite of what you were talking about.
You have to be very quickly because yeah, the ink's gonna be flattened. So you immediately put it in a dryer. And because you got different kinds of deposits on the ink, you're gonna get different shadings in the high density gloss. So, for instance, where there's a lot of ink, it's gonna be more intense the glow.
Right, okay, yeah.
I'm showing a detail of your shirt right now that you sent me earlier. It's really
Oh
sharp.
Yeah, super.
I still have it somewhere. It was just a test, but yeah, it was nice.
So the curing considerations. Obviously, you have a lot of ink on there. You're going to have to, even though HD Clear is a pretty fast flat cure time. In this case, you're putting a lot of ink down, so you're going to make sure that you really cure it. And sometimes when it's milky, it means it's not quite there. But oh wow, look at that! So
You see the veins on it. Very nice.
and that's gonna react under a black light, correct?
And yes, under black light, but also in the dark. This is a glow in the dark blue,
Oh wow,
and it's very nice.
beautiful.
So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna place it into the transfer press with minimal, I mean actually minimal pressure on it. So I just wanted to touch the foil, touch the ink with the foil.
Right.
Let's see
Yeah.
what happens.
The clear is
What do you think? Gold or silver?
Ah, it's silver. Whatever you have in your hand, that's fine.
I have gold. Like there's it's in metric foil. Yeah, it's nice. Let's try this. So put this on top. Normally I would put a Teflon sheet in between, but yeah, fuck it.
You just barely touch it, huh?
Just touching it.
Oh wow, look at that.
Now let it cool down. Very important. And this is always exciting. What's gonna happen?
Yeah, he said earlier, I'm not sure. Will it work or will it not? Oh wow, that's cool. As you can see, it picked up on all the veins, all the higher edges.
yeah.
Now put your light on it.
We're gonna go into the dark room again.
Here we go. Oh wow. Yeah, it looks like it's just what's that? What is it where they melt the gold on things?
Yeah.
I'm old. I can't remember that word.
What, like molten gold?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, in
Yeah.
silver, that looked like a molten metal. But
Yeah.
silver looked pretty effective on that, yeah.
Now, are you able to? Is the foil able to stick on the shirt as it comes out of the oven too?
Yeah, I could do that, but I need just a slight bit of pressure because
Yeah.
if I'm gonna put the foil right on top of it out of the oven, it's gonna stick on parts that I don't want.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
that's why I use a transfer press to just touch it slightly with foil. You can also do this with ink. You know, just get another screen, make the same screen a 90, and just slightly, film it in, just let it touch the veins,
Yeah,
and then
touch
you
it.
get
So if you use like in the U.S. like a 230 or a 255 something, just barely touch it, it's going to leave
yeah,
that surface only
Yeah.
where you want it to.
yeah,
And then
That's a
again,
great-
you've got the capability of multicolour also doing that if you've got a couple of
yeah.
screens. Or put a rainbow print in the touching screen. Like
Well,
3 or 4 colour inks.
where you had the print earlier before you did the last liftoff, we have it really nice and smooth. Again, you can do lots of effects on that. A lot of halftone, like you were talking about a rainbow. It is absolutely beautiful, and then you can always press it with Teflon and get a super smooth look too, because this ink
Yeah.
reacts very well. You don't need a lot of heat. It reacts very quickly to heat
Yeah.
and pressure and slight pressure.
And with some of the more viscous bases, for example, sculpture or rock, you can afford a little bit more pressure on the heat press because it will stay structured. Where this is a little more viscous, this will flatten with too much heat on there, too much pressure on there.
Yeah, well, you can also like print because it's a transparent ink. You can build it up with using an HD black or something. Then put a halftone print over it, and then finish it off with this technique. Uh, you get amazing stuff, really.
Yeah. So you can do it. You can, well, you can do any kind of multicolor and put this on top. This kind of effect.
Yeah.
And it creates something like a water scene or something like that. That'd be a fantastic look. You know,
Yeah, it's like the picture that's on top somewhere with the S in it, the skin habits. I put an HD black, soft density from Rutland, and then it's topped with like a halftone green, gold, metallics, and then I topped it off with high density glow in the dark, and it's really amazing.
I'm trying to zoom in if I can.
Alexander asked a question. How many coats did you give the screen, Milosj? Between 15 and 20?
Yeah, between I would say like 10.
Okay. There you go, Alex.
It's a high solid emulsion. I
Yeah,
think it's like
that's important.
65% or something like that.
So I'm really zoomed in on this now.
Nice.
Let's make a white one. It's always nice. And don't be scared, you have this ink hanging, dripping on the bottom. Don't be scared. Just print it again. Be brave.
Look at those ridges. And you can see the high density. See right here? There's a high density black underneath that. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's sharp. That's cool.
Exactly what he's talking about earlier.
Yeah, you're limited to your own imagination. That's what I say.
Yeah.
You can make everything.
So all of this, really, you have to consider everything throughout the art, the screens, the way you're coating the screens, the way you're burning them, and then the special considerations on the cure, because you're putting such a thick film down. You got to make sure this is cured very well throughout the.
I just turned down my belt speed and just test it. I have shirts that are like 20 years old and still look like I printed them yesterday.
Right.
Of course, I never.
The more heat you can get on that clear, the glossier and clearer it actually becomes.
Yep.
You can get it as hot as a garment can take, which is trickier on a white garment for sure. What's also important, Ray, is the squeegee sureness. You want to make sure you've got a reasonably hard blade in there.
Yes, hard blade. Because if you use a soft blade, the edges or the complete print overall will not have the same thickness. And that's why I use a reasonably hard squeegee, like a 90 Shore, something like that.
Yes, I've always been a proponent to that. You can control it more. You can control your angle. You're not going to have any bend. You're not going to have any give from the squeegee to make it spread. So you have a little bit more control when you have that good of a screen. So, like I see a lot of people use soft squeegees because they're trying to make up for something else, trying to get more lift off or something like that. But in actuality, if you control your screen stencil, you'll get everything you need with a relatively hard squeegee. A go-to around in the U.S. is a 60-90-60, and I agree with that to an extent because that 90 is going to keep it from bending, and that's where you have all your problems.
Yeah.
So Alexander has a question. You mentioned earlier how many coats of emulsion you put on the screen. You mentioned 10 coats, did you not?
Yes.
You did.
Okay. There you go, Alexander. Here's your answer.
Well, again, to Milosj's point, what's important is you need a high solid content in the emulsion.
Yeah,
if
that's
a little too thin.
Yeah, you just be fighting it.
Yeah, it won't build, and it won't keep the sharp edge.
All right, let's use some silver this time.
There we go. I like your cutting tool.
Yeah, scissors are available.
It's always there. You never lose that, do you?
Been serving me for 47 years, man. My dentist also agrees with using them for cutting tools.
Awesome. So I just want to say, you guys watching this, you have any questions, you put them in the comment section. Even if you're watching it after our live, go ahead and put it in the comment section. We'll be monitoring and try to get all the questions answered. Nice. So that's going to glow blue in there, huh?
Yep.
Nice.
It's nice for in the club.
You still
Change just a little bit more because I want some more foil on it. There we go.
But still not a lot, it looks like.
No,
it's not.
You can see that ink really wants to accept the foil quickly because it is a HD clear. It heats up quickly. And like I say, any print down, if you put that clear last and you got a good thick deposit of that clear, this foil is going to work. Is this going to come off? Is this another? Let's see what happens. Wow.
There you go.
Nice.
Not just damn, that's Amsterdam.
Yeah, you can go and sell that in town tonight.
No, it's Amsterdam. I'll put the light out.
I can just see Milosj wearing like 10 shirts at once, and every time someone comments on it, he sells it and takes it off and gives it to them.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
That's nice.
Hopefully, with Vespa being local, we'll get to see you there, and you can bring some of these prints, and we can have a chat.
Yeah, I can bring a lot of shirts. I have plenty.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Hey, Phil, we'll set up a signing desk and people come by.
Yeah, sure. I'll sign it.
This was live, episode 3.
Episode 3?
Yeah, this episode.
This is episode 3.
Yeah.
So for episode 4,
Yeah.
I have this little plan. I want all of you viewers send in some artwork, like a max of 3-4 colors, which I will print live. I will pick a winner. I will print live next time, and they get to keep the shirt. I will send it to them. I will even sign it if they want.
They'll put the Mad Specials tusk to their design.
Yeah.
That's a
So
cool.
it's like kind of a competition. You can enter or you can't, whatever you want. I'll be interested to see what you guys have for artwork. It will be fun. Again, it's always fun.
Yeah. If there's something you guys have been working on that you really like and not quite sure how to do with special effects, send it to Milosj, and he'll choose yours, and you can watch it being printed live. So obviously follow Mad Specials on Instagram and on Facebook, Milosj. And you can or contact us or just ask for the information on this feed, and we'll get you information to be able to send artwork digitally to Milosj and Mad Specials. And it'll be exciting to see how we end up with the prints and the Mad Specials touch. It's like to put.
I think we're going to schedule that for last week of August or the end of August sometime, back half of August. But if get the designs in quick as you can, and then Milosj can do his stuff.
Alexander's asking, what screen mesh should the artwork be for?
43.
It's not really important because I will choose the mesh screens according to the artwork.
Yeah.
I can print high density with a 90 screen. It's just print it.
Right.
Don't be afraid. Just print it.
He's talking
It's
metric.
just like riding a bike for the first time. You know you're gonna fall, but you're gonna go on the bike anyway.
So he's talking metric. So a 120 is a 305, a 90 is what, 255?
Yeah, put some solid colors, and then maybe halftones. I don't care. Just send in designs and I'll make something nice.
230. Right.
Sean is asking, what kind of flash are you using?
It's a.
Warm one.
I have to look here. It's a spider flash. I don't know.
Is it quartz or is it
Yeah.
IR? Okay.
Looks like Alexander's first off the mark in submitting some artwork. Look
Yes.
forward to seeing that, Alexander.
You can build it up like printing it like 4 or 5 times. Get a real nice thick coat of it because there's no expanding agent in it. You're gonna have to build it up. So if you hit it like 4 or 5 times, it's got a nice thick coat of ink on it.
Yeah.
And of course, I like nice thick coats of ink.
Yes.
We like you using thick coats of ink.
Especially as
like-
regional sales manager for.
There you go.
Hey, but even after all that, that's not a lot of money on that.
Not really.
Yeah. Obviously, it's more than normal, but still, ink is one of the smallest investments you'll make on a T-shirt.
But the price you can charge exponentially is a lot better.
Right.
That looks valuable. The shirt looks valuable compared to.
Well, this particular ink I'm using, the glow in the dark blue, it's not cheap.
Yeah.
Those little bits are not.
But it's a selling point that you can get more money for your shirt.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And I do charge for my shirts.
Yeah.
The bases are actually not particularly expensive unless you go for the reflective base and things like that. Most of the bases in the special effects kit are kind of a reasonable price.
Yeah, it's not too bad. The only problem is that you're using a lot of it with a capillary film. So
That's correct.
I think there's like a calculating program within the Wilflex IMS, I
Correct.
think.
Correct.
And that calculates like how much ink you're gonna use.
Exactly.
So if you're not sure about pricing, check how much ink you use, because if you underprice your shirts, you're gonna lose money.
Right. And I also have another trick. You can actually print, like get a piece of material, weigh it, bring it over and print that print one time, keep it wet and weigh it again, and you'll see how much wet ink is going down on that shirt.
And just weigh it.
Yeah, and you'll have an exact weight if it's 4 grams or 10 grams, and then you just divide that by your gallon ink cost, or your 5 kilo ink cost, and see what your price per shirt is exactly.
So this is like 5 times now,
Yeah.
and it's nice. It's got a good body to it.
Yeah, definitely get your ink and your labor costs worked into that shirt. Now, obviously, he's not running on automatic mode on his manual. He's doing one pallet at a time. But
I've been running autos for 30 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just love printing manually.
Yeah.
Because there's so much control, and if you're starting to learn about screen printing, you better learn on a manual, because then you will understand like the angle of the squeegee, the hardness of the squeegee. You will start to try to understand ink, because one ink doesn't act the same as the other ink.
Yeah, you got to learn the pressure and the speeds of the squeegee, the whole bit. You learn that on the manual, and then you can just make those adjustments when you're on the automatic. There we go. Another kiss.
Last one of the day.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I will keep this like that. No foil on it, just like this. I need to wear it tonight.
All right.
I'm hitting the town.
We sure do thank you, Milosj, again. And we look forward to the next one. We'll have that contest going. What we'll do is, again, we'll probably, Phil and I will have no idea which one you picked or how you're going to treat it. So we'll just go in it blind, which is more fun for me. And I appreciate your time today. And I think you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you, Phil.
Too.
See you, Milosj.
You guys.
Thank you. See you next time.